Hello and welcome back to the channel where we're building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. We're working on the water spell in our game, and we're looking at the color change, right? Because we can hit the Gecko with, oh my goodness. We can hit him and he flashes red, he gets tinted blue, he slows down. So the flashing red is called damage flash, and then the blue is called like the splashed state. And then corrupted is purple, and then if we hit him with this spell, he'll be cleansed. It should be not purple, should be orange. Yeah, Windows AI is pretty terrible. Everything's getting, I feel like everything's getting worse. I was watching The Boys on Amazon, and it's like I pay for Amazon and there's commercials every like 4 minutes, and they're like 2-minute commercials, and it's the same commercial every, it's just so freaking stupid. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what we're working on today is our Gecko's color system is still not working. We changed from a multi-atlas set, right, of like, a whole thing of orange for the normals, a whole sprite of purples for the corrupted, but now we're just doing a grayscale Gecko, and then we're doing tinting. So we're tinting it purple if it's corrupted, we're tinting it orange if it's cleansed, sort of deal. But this stuff is still wrong, so we have to fix this. It'll probably be a lot of digging around, because we suck at programming and the code is everywhere. Yeah, Katron, dude, if you go to the link here, you can wishlist it on Steam. It's not super, I feel like it's not super different from the last time you saw, but at least the new spell is new, right? We didn't add all that much since the demo, other than this new spellcast we're testing out. So where is this? What we're trying to check is when the Gecko gets cleansed. Let me check what happens if it's a game over, because I think that one was actually working. So if it's a game over, the Gecko runs away. Oh, it's still purple. Okay, so that's wrong too. So that was on entity flee. Okay, all we do is, okay, yeah, that's like nothing. All we do is just change the state, and then we could load the animations. This is in the play state. At some point, we probably render the entities in here. But, you know what, dude, Katron, it's good. It's good. It's a mixed bag, just because it's a lot of hours, right? And then the commute is like, it's about 35-ish minutes to get there, and 35-ish minutes back. So the commute plus full-time, plus I still freelance, plus I'm still trying to stream daily, it's just a lot. And my body is like very sore often. So I'm hoping, it's been 3 months at the new job next week. So I'm hoping my body gets more used to it. I mean, it's good. I feel like I'm losing weight and getting stronger. But it's also tiring. But I do a lot of, I have a lot of different job duties on the new gig, and it's like a lot of hardware stuff. Not any software stuff just yet, but kind of hoping it'll grow into that. There's one side of me that is like, yeah, I really should slow down, but if I slow down on the programming stuff, like if I if I give up streaming to like rest, I feel much worse. So I really think that is not the right move. So I just try to keep it low stakes, you know, like I think 2 nights ago I ended up just streaming for like 14 minutes. We got one commit, but you know, I keep it kind of low key, so I'm not too stressed about it. But it's been good. I mean, yeah, it's been good. And yeah, the you know, I get to do a lot of cable making in the new job. Yeah, I work weekends because I freelance, so all my video editing work I do on the weekends, and then my day job during the week. And I have no PTO saved up because I'm in my 90-day, you know, first 90 days. So it's bullshit. I don't get any accrual. But it's okay. It's okay. It is a lot of work, but it's good. It's been good. Yeah, I'm finally feeling in the groove. Like I read at least an hour every day, and I've been flying through books. And it's been really good. But yeah, one of my favorite parts of the new job is I make power cables for our custom PCs, or I solder cables or build screens or build computers. So I learned how to like make power strips and wire power strips. I learned how to solder certain power cables and build custom cables for all of our computer systems. So that's been really fun, and it's like I really don't mind the repetitiveness of a lot of it, because a lot of it is like, it's kind of like a Lego set you build like over and over, right? Where it's like, well, this has to go this way every single time, but I really don't mind it, because once you kind of get in the groove of it, it's kind of just like you know, I mean, it's just work. You know what you got to do, and then you do it. But it's good. It's been really good. Yeah, I've been really liking it, but like I said, it's just a lot of hours, and it is tiring. But you know, I was doing the math, and I was like, dude, if I do a stream every single day, which I don't always make it, but if I do a stream every single day and it's an hour-long stream, at the end of a year, that's less than 400 hours worked on the game. And the game just takes so much time. So I was just thinking about that today. I'm like, dude, I got to pump up my time. I got to work on the game way more. I'm not holding myself to anything. My only thing is I just work on it every day, whether it be 5 minutes, whatever. But it would be nice to get some longer weekend streams to kind of level up the time we've got on it. Yeah, we're looking for these Gecko colors that we set. So we set this Gecko color upon certain things, and one is in our entity class. And it's a set for our color option. So if we take a look, in our entity class, we render the state machine, right? And we do the idle, we do the flee, we do the attack. Yeah, I get it, K-Tron. It is good, because it's like, I probably will need to just like take a whole ass weekend off here soon, but you know how it is, it's hard. But I try to and I've been feeling pretty good about it, about having my total batteries reset within the week, of like, did I do what I wanted to today? Do I feel good about what I've done today? And I've been good throughout the week, so I haven't been dude, yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm normally in bed at 10. And then since it's Friday, I was like, bucket, watching The Boys, having a Klondike bar. you know? And then it rolled around and it's like 10:30. I'm like, I need to stream. I can't just not stream. So here I am. But yeah, here in the entity class, we're rendering the state machine here. So the idea is we set the color option here because we took out, like, let's take a look at, for example, our Gecko walk state, right? We're snagging the animation, we're drawing the animation, and then that's it. So we're not doing a set color. So the idea is we do the set color here in the entity class, and we do it right before we render the state machine. So as long as we set our color option, we can at least get a cleansed or corrupted, and then we render the splash on top of that, and then damage flash takes priority over the splash. So like as soon as we get splash, we turn blue, but then the damage flash will turn red over blue, and then alternate blue, red, because it's still splashed. And then by the time the blue is cleared, we're back to purple. But our cleansed is not working, and it's because we aren't setting this color option anywhere. Because if we take a look for a color option assignment anywhere in our code base, we only have a corrupted assignment upon init, and that's it. So this should be what we need to change. We just need to change our color option because that handles the actual set color. So when we go to change to a flea state, you know, when we go to change to that flea state, we need to add the color option change there. So that's what I'm hunting for, and we do it right here. And this was the old way of doing it. So this is in the play state. We're cycling through all of our entities in the current map, and we're changing them to the flea state. And it's, when is it doing it here? Oh, this is after we've been dead for 2 seconds. Okay, so this is like the game over flea, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, game over flea state. And I'm working on changing the color scheme so you can read the comments better. It's just that I was not getting the color theming working consistently, which bugged me. So I'm working on it. But let's check out where we go to flea state elsewhere. Right here. So we should be doing this in the idle as well, though, right? Let me see. Gecko flea is like a whole state we've got. So Gecko flea, we're only doing it in the walk state. That makes sense because we actually don't do dude, I thought you were in quite a groove with your hardware stuff and streaming at the same time. So like I thought you were quite in the groove. So I also second that. Okay, so we do a change to the Gecko flea here. And that means we need to set our color option here as well. So we can assign the color option to be equal to cleansed at this point in time. And that should change us to orange because the color option is what handles the color render. So let's see. Still purple. We're still purple. We can print up the color option and see if that's acting appropriately or not. Because there's that. We need to put the color option is part of the entity, I want to say. So we should be able to say that. just print up the color option right there. Okay, so it's corrupted here. We're hoping it'll be cleansed here. It is not. So the state, the color option is not getting changed here. We had it here, color option. Oh, on the entity, not on the state machine. So we'll say the entity's color option gets cleansed here. We're looking for the orange gecko right when we hit him with this fire spell. Okay, well we became cleansed. It was just still purple, right? So that's the field is now changed. Oh wait, it thinks it's cleansed already. What the heck? It already thought it was cleansed. Corrupted, and then as soon as it goes into the walk state, no. Okay, so it cleanses right when I hit it. Okay, then doesn't reset. Okay. Well, if color option is cleansed, then here in the entity class, it should be this cleansed color. So is there a part we're rendering the corrupt gecko? Well, because it wasn't in damage flash and it wasn't splashed, so it loaded this purple. So this would have to be not damage flashed and not cleansed. Okay, so if we're not cleansed and we're not damage flashed, go ahead, give us that purple. Otherwise, remain at our cleansed gecko color. I'm hoping that fixes it. Let's see. Okay, so he's corrupted, cleansed, and he's still purple. Son of a... Well, let's take this render off, because it has to be that's doing it, right? Dude, he just loves being freaking purple, dude. Where are we doing it? I mean, I want him to be grayscale. There we go. Okay, so now if he gets cleansed, does he tint? Okay, he tints to purple. So that's telling me either something in the flee state is setting it. Something in the flee state is setting his tint, or we're pulling from the corrupted atlas still. So let's just take a look at the atlas, I guess. We have a gecko atlas, and that's this one. Yo, so where is the purple one coming from? For real, where is the purple one coming from? Because our atlas is only orange or clear. Not clear. Desaturated. So this just isn't working as expected. Do we do another gecko color assignment here somewhere? Gecko color. No. It looks like it's just here. So that's the only time we set these colors, but there could be a purple we're setting upon corruption or something like that. I really don't know why he turns purple. Let's do this again. Let's just, for right now, I just want to turn off all of this. Let's get rid of this. Okay, we turned off basically all of our color, but we're still rendering purple for some reason once we cleanse. Yeah, see? So it's either in the flee state or in the cleanse state, or it's not in the cleanse state because we're cleansed and we're still grayscale here. It has to do with the fleece state, I think. Yeah, it's 11. It's 11 for me, but I wake up at 6 every morning, so I'm in bed by 10 every night. So this is an hour past my bedtime, which why the sleepy cometh for me. It was my bad. I wanted to watch The Boys, and then it was like an hour of freaking ads. Oh, nice. Nice, yeah. Okay, we have to fix the double game load bug as well, because that's been a bug in every stream for the past like 200 episodes. It's whatever. Let's check our fleece state, see if we're setting our color anywhere. Do we do a set color in the fleece state? Set color, we do. Oh my god, dude. What the... This is why it's doing it. We had a hard-coded freaking set color right here in the fleece state. Ay, man. Okay, let's see. We should stay grayscale here. Good. Okay, finally. We stayed grayscale. So that means we can put back on our color option render. And let's just see. We're just looking for the good behavior, which is turn purple or turn orange when we're cleansed. Right? So it should be cleansed color, should be orange. Let's see. Once we hit him, there we go. We got our orange. Nice. Okay. He didn't have the opacity. They should fade, because if his randomness went upwards and he ran into the collidable map object, he would just sit there forever. I'm trying to show that scenario, and apparently we're not going to get up. Dude, really? It's a 1 in 4 chance, but it's a 1 in 4 every time. Watch, for the rest of eternity, we can't get an up on a random 1 in 4 chance. Oh my god, dude. I just wanted to prove a point, like, real quick. Okay, anyway, we gotta draw him with the self alpha. He is just not wanting to go up. There he goes. Okay. Boom. Okay, so that's what I was going to show off. He'll just do that indefinitely. We need to render his color with the alpha, and it's an alpha that's on the entity itself. Because look right here, we were doing a set alpha here. Okay, so I think what we need to do... Oh man, this is actually kind of weird. Because the alpha channel is going to be the 4th parameter to the set color. So we could snag... Okay, I think I know how we can do it. Because if we take a look at our entity class, we set our color equal to this, which is a variable called Gecko color. So if we take a look at what that is, when we define it, it's 4 values out of 255. If instead we were to take out the alpha channel, say don't worry about the alpha, we'll tell you what the alpha is, and alpha is almost always 255. Unless we're cleansed, then it goes down to 0, so it fades away. So we're leaving out the alpha from these Gecko colors so that we can pass in the alpha here that is on our entity. So if we look at our entity, which we're in already, we have this current state machines alpha. So it looks like the state machine's what holds the alpha, which we don't even have one in the walk state. But in the Gecko flee state, we do have an alpha. I'm just gonna also add this to the walk state because it should be 255, and if it's not initialized, it's going to give us some issues. So let's do this. In our entity class, now we pass in that alpha, which depends on the state. So it's not the self alpha. Dang, dude. Dude, that sucks. That sucks. I mean, I'm sitting on a freaking pillow right now because my ass hurts if I don't. So, I feel ya. I'm already not ashamed, you know? Like, I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, your ass doesn't hurt. If you sit for any amount of time, give me a break. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, I know I can copy and paste this, but it's almost like Mavis Beacon over here practicing. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if we can pass in other arguments like this. We'll see though. I mean, I haven't done this before, but I don't see why we couldn't just pass it in. I'm hoping Lua's smart enough to kind of pick out, you know, that one variable is 3 params, and then this comma is going to follow the 4th. I hope. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Son of a fuck. Okay, so the idle state might not have an alpha. We don't have an idle state. Do we not? Alpha? Alpha. Alpha? Alpha, yeah, we have an alpha. So where are you crashing? You can't do 501 because... Oh, wait. Alpha. Okay, entity 501. Right here. State machine. Current alpha. Is this not it? Let me try to take out this corrupt color. Let's just try to pass in like we do above it, where we say just a full white plus the alpha. Are you okay with that? Still bad on 501. Don't like the state machine alpha. But the Gecko flee state has an alpha and the walk state has an alpha. Is there no idle state for the Gecko or entity idle? It might be entity idle. Let's take a look. Entity idle state. That's got to be it. So the idle state, we're just going to say that we have an alpha defaulting to 255 here. And then we'll make sure we do this. We bring this back. Yeah, just like this. Let's hope. Let's hope. Please. Okay. Oh, fuck. He didn't fade. He didn't fade. He did not fade. Let's print up the alpha. Make sure that's kind of working. Yes, we gotta dig down into the state machine for the current alpha and print it up on screen here. So it's at 255 and I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay. Oh, what the wait, was the alpha really working? The alpha is working, but is the set color working? Because look, oh, see, look, the alpha is working. We're just not setting it. So when we do this self state machine current alpha, yeah, it must not like passing it in like this. It must not like kind of decoupling. So how can we do this? I don't know, because if it doesn't like the 3 values for the color with another value here, let's try this with just a +1 to be 1 on the alpha. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this all the way around, which really sucks. Because we can crash on any one of these if we do it, you know, if it's an illegal move. I'm trying to test if it's an illegal move by saying, don't try to pull from the alpha, just give it the alpha of 1. So if we don't crash here, then it's, well, let's see. Okay, so it doesn't yell at us here, so let's try to do a cleansed option of, let's say, 100 out of 255, which is like, which is like half transparency. So let's see, if he does that, we might be in business. Okay, it just doesn't look the right color, right? Now we know this one got called because this is the only time we changed to a Gecko cleansed, but it just did not give a shit for the alpha here. So I don't think we can pass it in like this. We might have to do some fugly concatenation to get this to work. Because this should work like this, where we can say, let's say if this is cleansed, we want it to be just all red, for example. So we're going to say red, 0 on the green, 0 on the blue, and then give it that half transparency, which is 100 out of 255. This should work because we're not doing that weird variable expansion. See? So like it does get that. It gets that. So it is a problem of trying to do a variable expansion as the first 3 params and a 4th param passed in with a comma. So that's the issue here. So what I was suggesting on doing was like a stupid you know, because it's like we have to append a value we only have here at this point in time to a variable we don't want to change, which is our constant color. We just want to change the alpha, but we need to kind of sandwich the alpha with the color without changing the original color. So that's kind of like where I'm thinking that we can say something like, you know, we can just say local color gets whatever this corrupt Gecko color was, and then we concatenate. I don't think we can do that when it's not a string, so it's like we have to kind of I might need to Google how to do this, because it's kind of like we want, if it's a table, right, we need to append to the end of the table. So I guess we could store, if we could, if we set local color to this, color is going to get the table of those 3 values, right? Because now in our constants, we have this as 3 values. It's just the color, it's not the alpha. So back here, we need to kind of like, this is just those 3 values. So if we do a table dot insert, and we insert into color the value of a alpha state machine current alpha out of 255. That's the value we insert into this table, and then we pass in only one param into our set color. So we're effectively just adding this fourth value, which changes over time, into a copy of the actual color so that we can keep the color, but with the new alpha. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but I'm hoping this will work. And this is just, let's see if we crash. I mean, first of all, because if we did it wrong, it won't allow us to do shit. It looks like it works. It looks like it works. So we kind of needed to do something like this for everything. So we could make a function for this that takes in a param of color. We still need to assign it. This is okay. We can do some nasty copy and paste just for testing, right? And then never delete it, right? That's the move. That's the move. We want cleansed gecko color here. So we're snagging the original color. We're adding the new alpha into that color table. Then we're setting the color table. Same thing for everything else. So splashed gecko color right here. And then corrupted gecko color. You know, I mean, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Damage gecko color. I'm not going to say it because if I say it, I'll probably feel guilty and then not program, you know? You know. This should be splashed gecko color. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Okay, let's see if it works. Son of a fuck, dude. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. The alpha's fine. The alpha's changing. But our set color is definitely not. So this idea did not quite work. We might have inserted, I'm pretty sure that's the correct usage for table.insert. We can check. Table value, yeah. Yep, we had a table of the values. We did an insert the value. We could, oh, wait. Result. No, yeah, it should append. Yeah, it should append, which is what I was hoping it would do for that fourth param of the alpha channel. It should work. It should work. We also could give it a specific position with a middle param of the place. So we could try to do it, say this is always going in at the 4th param location. But the table.insert should already append, so yeah, I think we're screwed. Yeah, the good news is though, if we figure this out, all we need is a grayscale version of any enemy, and we can have the cleansed. Well, no, never mind. We gotta change. At least the damage flash and splashed could use this same logic, since it's in the entity class. Oh, that worked? Why did that work? Let's check the damage flash and the splash while we're at it. I didn't think that would work at all. Oh, get him. Okay, damage flash works. Let's see if flee state works. It does. It didn't change his color. Because we're not flushing damage flash upon a cleanse state, so we need to do that. Flashing and damage flash needs to be false once we get cleansed, so it's not the flee state, but it's when we change to the flee state, and we do that here, right here. We say we're not corrupted, but then we also need to be we need to flush our damage flash back to false, as well as flashing back to false. But then we need to take our color option and do this on the reset original position in our entity class. Reset original position. We need to put color option default here. So for right now, the default color option is corrupted. We will have to change this a little later. Yeah, dude, Katron, I think the move is you got to pick some projects to just not use AI at all on. And then also flex your vibe code. So it's like, I'll vibe code mess around with some websites and stuff, but then with the game programming, even if it's ass, it is ass. Since it's ass, it's my ass, and that makes me good. At least I can tell you why it's ass, I can tell you, I can point all the places that are duct taped together in this game. And I know why they're like that. Yeah. It looks like the alpha. Yeah, and I mean under the hood, like the face we show is looking okay, like surprisingly, but I know under the facade, under the mask, under the persona, I know we're ass, and we've been ass a long time. Yeah. This is looking right to me. Let's try to do a quick shift from here. So we're damage flashed, we're splashed, and then we get cleansed, and see how we're still not tinting orange on a cleanse. It is some ass. I mean, the closer you look, the more ass it is. Don't squint. Just, it's fine. If you squint, you're asking for trouble. Yeah, we're still tinting splashed. So that's probably here when we change to Gecko color, right? Because it's like we're doing a Gecko color. Where is it? We're doing a set color for... See? Oh man, now this is just harder to read too. Ideally, we pull this out into a... Yeah, dude. Uh-oh. What the heck is that? Suspend thread loop. Oh, our freaking stream avatars just crashed. That's not good. I'll try to get it back up. Something's wrong here. I mean, if you see, the splashed Gecko color is set very last, so it kind of has most priority because it has to overwrite the corrupted purple in that case. But let's see. We'll snooze ads. Okay, so now if we shoot him with the water, he flashes and turns blue, and he slows down walk speed. That's good. And then if we cleanse him, he should turn orange. Son of a bitch. So he's just not turning orange once he's splashed. But if he is corrupted, he correctly turns. So I guess what that means is when we do this entity health, he should no longer be splashed. We don't have a splash reset. So splashed gets false. And right, we have a splashed initializes false. But on our reset original position, we should also have this reset original position. We want to reset our splashing as well. So our self.splashed no longer splashed when we reset, so that we can become splashed. Let's see. I'm gonna try to splash. Okay. E-splash, let's cleanse. And son of a... Get him. Yes. Yes. That's it. And then he's back to purple. And boom. Get his ass. Nice. Okay. I'm kind of thinking like once we do since the maybe we can do bumpers for switching elements, equipped elements. That could be really nice. Yeah, bumpers would be really nice. It's like I know we I don't know. I'm half kind of torn about that idea because we have it so that it can be played like a Game Boy. It's only D-pad and A and B button and start and select. So if we add bumpers to that, it could be something nice. And the game still does work pausing. I just don't think players are gonna like doing what I do all the time, which is pause and switch and, you know, because it's kind of old school. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's too much if we need it. But the idea is you walk in and there's like, let's say like a whole bunch and you're able to splash them. So it slows them down. Then once they're slowed down, then you're like, okay, well now I can get my placement right and I can sneak in there and get them all, you know? So it's like supposed to be for kind of more strategic fighting, making it easier if you need it. Otherwise, you don't need to slow them down. It's just kind of like a nice byproduct. Especially with the fast motherfuckers, like over here, like this guy. Oh my god! Got his ass. Got his ass. I feel like that guy's good to slow down. Cleanse that bitch. Yeah, the cleansing should get the original position, not the current, not position, walk speed. So the walk speed we might as well do that now. We just need to inherit the walk speed upon a flee state. So when we do this entity flee, we do this entity flee. We need to inherit the walk speed, so we can say that the Gecko's walk speed is going to be set to its original walk speed. Right? Original walk speed? No? Original walk speed, yeah. Okay. Let's try that. It's best to test on these forest ones because they're so fast. So let's try that. So the idea is we slow him down with splash so he'll go significantly slower. But then once we cleanse him, he should get his original speed back. Ah, oh, see, he didn't. Mother flubber. Walk speed gets original walk speed. It's not coming through. It's not coming through. We have a original walk speed. Original walk speed. It should work. Because we don't ever change this original walk speed. We just get it from the entity def. And we're assigning it, you know, the v.type is Gecko. And the v.walk speed should be getting original walk speed. Okay. It's going to leave us a comment. Why no worky? I don't know. But we did pretty good. We did pretty good. We got the color management actually segmented. And working in any testable case we've found for the Gecko, at least, not the bat. But let's take a look here. Let's go take a look at our get diff, see what we did. In our reset original position method that's on our entity, we reset the color option to default to corrupted and the splash option to be no longer splashed. Reset them, and then we do that weird concatenation thing with the variable for the color so that we can inherit the alpha before we render the state machine. So that was nice. And then we omit the alpha from our variable declarations, and then we added the alpha to our idle state so that we can actually not crash there. And then we took out a default purple render, and what is this? Color option cleansed and false in the Gecko walk state. Okay, so that's getting cleansed. We also become unsplashed so that we can be totally orange. And we're supposed to inherit the original walk speed, and that's just not working. So we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna call it a night. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna say segmented Gecko color change into thanks for hanging, Katron. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, it's good to see you again. Thanks for hanging tonight. By all means, I never expect you to hang out or chat or whatever. So if you want to lurk, that's cool. If you can't make the stream, totally cool, totally get it. I'll try to make your streams when I can. Kind of hard at work a lot of the times, but I can have an earbud in, so I might be able to just lurk. But we'll see. All right, we'll push it. We will run credits and we will call it a night. I was going to say we're going to see. I mean, why not? Why not see who can raid? Who we can raid. We got Puke online. Puke's online. We might raid Puke. Let's see what Puke's up to. He does game programming like half the time. Oh, he's not doing game programming tonight. Let's see. Is there any team members? Any team members? I don't know this guy, but we may raid. No, I don't know. I read his description. He seems kind of weird. Well, shoot. I don't know who to raid. We'll raid Bio Problem. Let's do that. Haven't raided him for a while. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. Sorry for the crash. My stream deck's broke, but I'll be back tomorrow. We'll get some more programming done. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Let's do the raid command correctly, and we'll call it a night.